Hey everybody, it's Elena Strongbow from sototutorials.com. Elena is my in-game name. Just a brief little video here. I want to talk about your deck, your combat deck. And just for some of those, you'll hear about spell combos or deck combos and whatnot. I just want to kind of explain the differences between them. I'm here over in Elysian Mines. I'm going to go into my combat mode here. And you'll see some of the cards come up here. So there are two types of ways to create combos inside of your combat deck. One is by combining two glyphs that are the same. Let me get one of them out here. I'm trying to get a combo to come up. Let's see. Let's get that one out of there. I'm hoping to get another aim shot here. There it is. If I were to drag this aim shot onto this one, basically I've got two of them together, and if I fire it off, it will go off just like normal. The difference is when you stack two cards that are the same, it's a little bit more efficient, it uses less focus, and it ups the power of that spell or that shot on there. So if I were to take this piercing shot and drag it onto here, I can get, you can see there's a little 2 down here, and I can do that over here. So I've got these two now, and they have little 2s underneath them. So they will use less focus than normally if you're just firing them two separately. And they have a chance of doing a little bit more damage on it as well. So that's one way to combo them. Now I'm dragging them with the mouse, and some people want to use the keys. The other way to do that is to hold down the R key. That's the default key. So if I hold down the R key, let's see if I can get another one to come up here. Here's a piercing. Let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. There it is. So I hold down the R key and hit 1, it goes red, and then I can hit 3, and it will stack it on. So R1, then 3. So you can either do it by the keys, you can do it by dragging and dropping. I'm not a mouse user, I don't drag around like this. I usually combo with my hands and with the R key and do that. So that's how you actually stack two of the same cards together. So like I can take this one here, as I said, and put that on there. You can stack up to 4 of them. So if another aim shot came up right here, I can actually stack it on top of this one here that has a 2. It is 3 times as strong. You can do it up to 4 times. You can do it as 4 times as strong. Here's a 3. That's on there. So it gives you a chance to do one shot but do a lot more damage and use your focus a lot more efficiently on there. So that's stacking cards that are of the same type. Now outside of that, there are combos. I'm going to bring up the deck manager. Let me get out of combat mode and bring up the deck manager here. And I'm going to look at this my deck here. So there are different combos you can actually do out here. I don't need a filter. So this one's telling me that if I take, let me go down to one I know. If I take Gust and I take Aim Shot, I'm going to get this one called Piercing Breeze, which does a little bit more damage on it and probably takes a little bit less focus on there. So that's one that I could create. Another one, the ones that are all highlighted are ones that I do have the ability to use and I could actually show. So this one, I could take Thrust and I could take Flame Fist, combine those together, and I would get Smoldering Shiv. Where's one I use a lot? This is the one I've been working on. Discharge, which is an air magic, and if I combine it with Aim Shot, I get Shock Arrow. So this guy here does can do 28 to 78. This guy can do 26 to 72, but also has a 75% chance to stun your opponent for 3 seconds on there. So when I'm playing, I can not only just stack the Aim Shot on top of Aim Shot, I can actually stack this one on top of this one and get this one. So let me get out of here, go back into combo and see if I can show you what a comboed one looks like. So there's my 1 and 2. We know those are stackable, so I'm going to stack those. There's my 3. If I can get my Aim Shot, if I can get Discharge here, usually it pops up in this spot. Nope. Nope. This is the hard part about doing this. I'm going to do a triple stack here, and just for the fun of it, clear out the shot. There it is. So if I drag this guy onto here, I now have got this shock arrow. And you notice the icon changed on it. So I could fire it up. So, as I said, there's two types of ways to work with your cards. One is to stack one of the same thing on top of each other, you get a more powerful version. The other one is to combine certain ones together that will actually create a comboed card and give a little bit of a different effect. And here it is again. Here's the aim shot on top of the discharge. Now I've got my shock arrow on here, and you can just fire that off just like that. So that's what they mean when they talk about comboing decks and managing it. The other thing that's about this you have to understand is, let me get out of combat mode, is that this is all able because we're using an unlocked deck. An unlocked deck means I'm putting optional cards or a stack of cards back here, and when I go into combat, they rotate through. They can come through, and an aim shot could come up here, or a piercing shot, or a fire arrow. And this one I've got aim, piercing, and discharge. Aim, piercing, rapid fire, fire arrow. So you can mix and match those, so you get to the point where you're getting the kind of cards you want to get coming up. If you want something to come up more, you have it in more spots. So I have aim shot across all this, and I have piercing shot across these three. I have my rapid fire here, and that's it. So it's not going to come up as often as aim shot. I like rapid fire, but it blows through 5 arrows at once. Sometimes it's not what I want all the time. I really do want to have on these. I can get a lot more damage off of this. That's why I've stacked the deck. You also notice I've stacked my deck on the right to be more healing than not. I've got a couple of items that are up here, but primarily this is a healing side. So I'm mostly firing arrows and doing stuff off of this side with a touch of fire magic, and then I'm healing off here to the right on this. So I just want to touch on that. That's what the combat decks and making your deck can be. Some people just put cards out and never combo if they don't want. Particularly, I like comboing them. I like stacking them. It just gives me a little bit, sometimes gives you a little extra oomph in a fight where, you're low on health, the monster's low on health, and you're trying to take him out before you or her out, for that matter, or it. And I think comboing and stacking does give you that ability to do that. But that's it. That's all it really is. It's just combining your combat cards together. And stacking is when you combat the same ones. And comboing is when you combat two different ones to form a third and unique one over here. So that was it. Just wanted to show you that. If you got any questions, you can contact me, of course, on the forums. Subscribe if you like the channel. Thumbs up, thumbs down. I said positive and negative comments are welcome. I welcome the feedback on there. Once again, it's Elena Strongbow from SodaTutorials.com. Thank you for watching.